morning, family. Welcome back to the channel. So today I've got some exciting news for you guys. I'm wearing my Toy Story t-shirt in honor of getting Mrs. Potato Head for my Toy Story collection. If you like collecting Toy Story memorabilia, you do you, boo. If you're busy collecting boogers, you might want to find a new hobby. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. So today I am going to be doing a full face of makeup using the cheapest, most inexpensive products that I could find at Walmart. So this is 100% inspired by a YouTuber named Thataylaa. So her name is Taylor and her username, I would pronounce it as Thataylaa. She did a video where she bought the most inexpensive makeup products from Ulta and did a full face using them. You know me, I love me a good bargain queen. I'm not a beauty guru, but I'm gonna attempt being one today. So I really wanted to try this with the place that I feel like you can find the cheapest makeup. I mean, also you could find good deals and they have good coupons you can use, but for the most part, getting something at the full price makeup wise from Walmart is always cheaper than any other place I've been to. So I went into Walmart with a list of the type of products I wanted, like a foundation, a concealer, an eyeshadow palette. There are certain items that I didn't get that I think lots of beauty gurus use a lot, which is like pressed powders, loose powders to bake or set their foundation. I have dry skin. Like, I swear it can compete with the dryness of the Sahara Desert. So I'm not somebody that really needs to like put powder all over their face. Okay, without further ado, let's get the show on the road. So I'm gonna start off with the eyes. The cheapest eye primer that I could find was from e.l.f. and it was $2. Y'all, when I make a YouTube famous, I'm gonna buy myself better lighting. I'm over here looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost. So anyways, I'm just gonna put this on top of my eyelid. Side note, I'm not gonna be using eyeshadow brushes that I got from Walmart for the cheapest price. I didn't do that just because I already own so many eyeshadow brushes and face brushes. I'm just gonna use what I got. Let's move on to the brows. So when I was looking for like a brow gel, the cheapest one that I could find was from e.l.f. and it was $3 and I got it in the shade medium brown. I'm just filling in the brows. I can say this though, this brow cream actually reminds me of the NYX brow cream. I've tried that so many times. This is very similar to it. It's like the same type of texture and it does the same thing where you kind of gotta work it quickly, otherwise it dries up in one spot too fast. Okay, my brows are good enough to me. I don't really like to draw on a new shape. I mean, I just fill them in. That's what I do, girl. Now moving on to the eyeshadows. The cheapest eyeshadow palette that I could find at Walmart was the Wet n Wild eyeshadow palettes. They had two different ones and I chose the one in not a basic peach. Huh, Wet n Wild, girl, you clever. Now there were like eyeshadow duos and then eyeshadow palettes with 3 eyeshadows in them, but I don't really consider those palettes. I consider something with more, it's like a real eyeshadow palette. So I think I'm gonna go for like a brown type of smoky eye. I don't really want to do anything natural. That's pretty boring and I don't want to look like I'm going to church. I want to look like I'm going to go partying on a Saturday night in Cabo. I'm going to start with this one right here, which looks like it's just like a orange, like a burnt orange color. Honestly, you guys, I'm really bad with describing colors. I've always been bad with that. So I'm just going to start off by blending that all over my eyelid and into my crease. I have an easier time blending out eyeshadows if I start with one just like pretty much all over the eyelid crease and then blend it up toward the brow. You guys, I'm staring at my brows. I got them done 2 weeks ago and they're already growing out like crazy. My brows are chia pets. Like, they are the very essence of chia pets. Like, when they made chia pets, they designed them after my brows. This is hella pigmented. So the next color I'm going to use is this brown color right here. Looks like it's a deep brown. And I'm just going to take my Morphe 158 brush. You can use the coupon code Bethany is irrelevant and save 10%. Joking. I don't really have a coupon code. You could try that though, if it works. That'd be hella funny. Anyways, I'm taking that color and I'm going to blend it on the outer corner of my lid. You see, you guys, the pigmentation is really good on this thing. I think the palette was like $4.60 something cents. You guys enjoying looking at my eyes? Okay, 3, 2, 1, staring contest, let's go. Okay, ow, that started to burn. So I'm gonna bring that dark brown color just at the outer corner of the lower lash line to smoke it out a little. Probably stop halfway. Oh no, I made a mistake though. Don't do what I just did. You don't really want that there. Ah! We need a commercial break. I just dropped foundation all over the place.
Mentos, the fresh make.
Okay, back to your regular schedule programming, looking into my soul. So I want to add a little sparkle on the eyelid and I'm going to be using this orange color right here that has some shimmer in it. And I'm just going to press that on the eyelid So the shimmer in this is a little chunky, and I'm not gonna lie, I got like a piece of shimmer in this eye and this eye, and I can feel it. Doesn't feel comfortable. Now I'm gonna take this shimmery color right here, and I'm going to blend that to the lower lash line. The shimmer inside of this one isn't as chunky. Now I'm going to take the lightest eyeshadow in this palette, which is this one right here, and I'm going to put that around the tear duct. I'm a bigger fan of keeping lighter colors around the tear duct just because I feel like it makes your eyes look, you know, bigger and brighter. And I'm sorry you guys have such a great view of my nose. I mean, other people right now are looking at the ocean. They're on a beach somewhere in the mountains, and you have a great view of the inside of my nostrils. Now moving on to the eyeliner, the most inexpensive eyeliner that I could find at Walmart was the e.l.f. eyeliner. In Taylor's video, this is actually the most inexpensive liner she could find on Ulta, and she's not a big fan of the applicator. I personally like the e.l.f. applicator. I've used this eyeliner plenty of times. Now the only thing is when it dries up, it is not fun, I can tell you that much. Moving on to mascara. The most inexpensive mascara I could find at Walmart was the e.l.f. mascara. So this one is just the volumizing and defining mascara in jet black. I zoomed into my eyes again so you can see how this mascara works. Well, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little hard to see, but that might be because, you know, my liner is pretty thick. So let me put it on the lower lash line because I feel like you can see better there. It definitely does more lengthening than volumizing in my opinion. Moving on to my favorite part, eyelashes. The most inexpensive eyelashes I could find from Walmart were these e.l.f. natural lashes. Now I'm going to do that hack that people do with these lashes. I am going to take a clean mascara wand and work the lashes to try to make them look a little bit more natural. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking a clean mascara wand and working the wand through the brushes, and then this just makes it look a little bit more wispy and natural. You can see the before and after. These ones look a little bit more natural. These ones look a little bit more fake. Fighting crime, trying to save the world. Here they come just in time. The Powerpuff Girls. I just love me some false lashes. They're just my favorite thing when it comes to makeup. Now moving on to the face primer. The most inexpensive primer I could find at Walmart was the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. There was two different ones, or three different ones that I saw. One that was like for small pores, one that was for large pores, and then the other one was for blemishes. They were all $6. So I'm just going to use my fingers to apply this. Of course, you want to make sure your fingers are clean. You don't really want to be putting dirt or your leftover lunch all over your face. Now moving on to foundation. Walmart has a bunch of inexpensive foundations, but the cheapest one that I could find was the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. Now I already own this thing. I think it's a great drugstore foundation, so I didn't buy one because I already own one. What would be the point of that? I could save those like $4 on 2 milkshakes at McDonald's. No thank you, ma'am. I'm going to use the one that I already have. I always thought that the Beauty Blender was like a pretty hyped up thing until I tried it myself. And then I'm a true believer in that hype now. Moving on to the concealer, the most inexpensive concealer I could find at Walmart was the e.l.f. concealer. It's like a duo concealer. There's a highlight and a concealer in this thing. Now, I already own one of these. I got it from Dollar Tree for $1, at Walmart for $2. So I'm going to use the one that I have. Now, I've never used it. We'll see how this thing works. I tried the highlight before though. Like, I put a little bit of it on myself and it was just like a white highlight. So personally, I don't really have lots of things that I conceal. When I do use a concealer, I mainly just use it as like a highlight to highlight underneath the eyes. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to apply some below the eyes. Now this looks like it's a very thin concealer. Like it doesn't look like it has much coverage. Just like my initial thought. Like it's doing a little bit of a highlighting to this area. Like it looks a little bit lighter than the rest of my face. It's kind of like watery, so it's kind of removing the foundation at the same time, and it's not really concealing anything. I have freckles, and that's the way I can kind of tell that it's not concealing, because I can still see my freckles through where I put the concealer. Now we're going to contour. The most inexpensive contour that I could find was the e.l.f. contour palette. I really did not want to use so many e.l.f. products, but honestly it was just the cheapest like products that I could find. I was specifically looking for an item that said contour on it. You can use certain like blushes and bronzers to contour with, but I was looking for something that said this is what it's used for, contouring. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the darker shade and then I'm going to dust off the excess powder. And I am going to apply that to the bottom of my cheekbone. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to use the second darkest shade as a bronzer. So I'm going to just, again, take off the excess powder and then just kind of put that down my neck and then on my face. Originally when I wanted to do this, I was just going to order products off of Walmart. They do have more products to choose from on Walmart. And like the cheapest foundation I could find on Walmart.com was actually like Rimmel. But then I decided to go into the store because you know what? At the end of the day, if I have to pay for shipping, it kind of like outweighs. I mean, I could have it shipped to the store for free, but then I would have to wait. And girl, I got no patience. I just thought it made more sense to go inside of the store than to do it online. Now moving on to the highlighter. The most inexpensive highlighter was actually from e.l.f. But I decided not to get that because this entire thing was just going to turn into one gigantic e.l.f. tutorial. So instead I got this highlighter, which was the second inexpensive highlighter that I could find. It's from Wet n Wild and it's their Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. So this is the only thing that I cheated with. Just because like it was so much e.l.f. products, and even then I got a few more e.l.f. products to show you guys. I was just like, I want to do something different. It looks very, very silky and shiny. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some of this to the tip of my nose. I know some people don't like doing this, but girl, I like it on the tip of my nose. Like, I will be Rudolph any day. Okay, and then I'm going to be applying it to the cheekbone. This is a really pretty highlight. I'm so glad I got this. Precious Petals, you guys, from Wet n Wild. I'm going to add some of that below the brow bone. I like a little bit of glow there too. Finally, the lips. I needed myself a lip liner. So the lip liner that I got was the Rimmel Exaggerate lip liner. It's an East End Snob. So the Rimmel lip liners were the most inexpensive lip liners I could find at Walmart, which is surprising because I thought that I was going to find something from e.l.f. or from Wet n Wild, and I couldn't find an actual lip liner. I saw like lip pencils that are like the lipstick pencils, but not a lip liner. I'm going to be using this as my lipstick base. I just outline my lip and then I take the lip liner and fill in the lips just like this. It's really all I do. And I always kind of like go a little bit outside of my lip line. Not too much, but just a little bit. I like it a lot. Honestly, I would probably leave it like this, but because I'm trying to do like a full face, I had to get a lipstick. The most inexpensive lipstick that I could find was from Wet n Wild, and it is in this color 902C. So it's like a nude looking color. And I want a little bit more of this pink to be popping through, so I'm just gonna kind of put it in the center of my lips because it's lighter than the pink, in hopes that it makes my lips look a little bit more plumpy. And now the final thing we need for this look is a setting spray. The most inexpensive setting spray that I could find was the e.l.f. Matte Magic Mist and Set. Oh, it feels good. But it went in my mouth. And it tastes like, oh, it tastes like alcohol. So this is the final look. Cute beauty vlogger intro.
This is my face. It's so glamorous. You will buy all my brushes using a Morphe code because guess what? I need your dough. Get the new smash hit. This is my face on iTunes today.
The top 3 products I would recommend from this entire like experiment is the highlighter, definitely the eyeshadow palette, and then probably the foundation. I've used the foundation before, but I think it's such a great foundation for this price point. I really do like the contour palette too and the lip liner. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you check out Taylor. Again, she will be linked down in the description box below, the inspiration behind this. I thought this was a fun, video to do, and I'm so excited that I got so many new products that I can continue to keep using, especially this highlighter. I really, really like the highlighter. If you guys liked the video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Let's see if we can get this video to 4,000 likes. And also, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. Now, this is the thing though. This is not necessarily a makeup channel. I do lots of DIYs. So if you're into DIYs, especially using Dollar Tree products, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload. With that being said, I'm gonna let you guys go. Take care. Bye.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the Robux rub ahead and your miles and miles from your nice warm bed. You just remember what your old pal said. Boy, you got a friend in me. Bye.